Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in months, but I haven't. But I missed you this week. Zoom and I get to see your faces every morning. And I didn't. But guess what? Monday's coming. And on Monday, you get your face to face week. So we're super excited to welcome you back into the building. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. Like, this is real serious. Track B was amazing. They were so good. They did so much great work. They were so quiet and they followed all the rules. They didn't play with their masks, they didn't take them off. They worked their booties off this week. We learned some new computer stuff. We did our eye station. Oh my gosh, it was a great week. So, you guys have got to bring it this week. You got to walk in here ready to be the most amazing second grader because it is going to be some big shoes to follow. So I'm excited to welcome you back. But before we can get to next week, two things have to happen. We have to have a Friday and do some Friday work. And we got to have a weekend because Miss Bland needs a weekend. So let's go over what you need to do today real quick, and then I'll let you go to finish it and to get your seesaw done so that you can move on to number two, which is starting that weekend. So let's see if we can do just that. So happy Friday, my darlings. I hope you are well, whatever time of the day Friday you found this video to be your time. I hope it's great. We have been celebrating Dr. Seuss all week. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome author. And one day you could be your own Seuss author and be Seuss-tastical. Remember, today you're going to say your instant words into Seesaw for me. You are going to read the 6 fluency phrases that are provided nice, loud, and proud. And of course, the big show is when you read the story for me nice and loud in Seesaw. When you read in Seesaw, you shouldn't be laying across your bed. You shouldn't have your feet up on the chair. You should be ready to read like you were reading to me in class. Then the questions. In your packet, you got this page and it says Friday. If you will, bubble in the answers to each of these 4 questions here. Also, they're in Seesaw today. So, yay, bubble them in there too. I think having them in 2 places, great practice twice, can't beat it. Letterland, you have a spelling test today. You have a spelling test today. Today, these 12 words are going to be tested inside of Seesaw. Make sure that you've closed your eyes and said them to yourself. Maybe even spell them to your dog if you need to. You can turn around and spell them to mom while she's cooking. But by Sunday, you need to make sure that spelling test has been completed. We are finishing Freckle Juice today. We are finishing Freckle Juice today. Today is chapter 5. We're almost there. Andrew Marcus has been going through it, y'all. He really wanted those freckles like Nikki Lane. And that old mean girl, Sharon, she has done everything short of poison him. And bless his heart, he got sick. All because he really wants to have Nikki Lane's freckles. I just don't think Miss Bland could do all that to get some freckles. So get out that freckle juice book for me. Turn to chapter 5 and let's listen and read along for chapter 5. Remember that Miss Bland loves for you to read along now and then to go back and read it independently.
He opened his desk drawer and looked for a brown magic brush. All he could find was a blue one. It was getting late. Blue relaxed his dish. He took the magic marker in his lunchbox and headed for school. He stopped 2 blocks before he got over. He studied his reflection in a car window. Then he looked, took then he took out the magic marker and decorated his whole face neck with blue dots. Maybe they didn't look like Mickey Lane. Mickey Lane and sat down. He took out a book and tried to read it. Then he heard a lot of whispering, but he didn't look up. Miss Kelly snapped her fingers. Let's settle down, children. Stop chattering. Everybody giggled. What's so funny? Just what is so funny? Mrs. Can you tell me the joke? Lisa stood up. It's Andrew. Miss Kelly, just look at Andrew's market. Stand up, Andrew. Let me have a look at you. Miss Kelly said. Andrew stood up. Good heavens, Andrew. What have you done to yourself? I grew freckles, Miss Kelly. That's what. Andrew, his blue eyes was silly, but he didn't care. He turned toward Charlie.
All right, so stopping right there real quick because I got to make sure you know something. You have a page inside of your packet that looks like this. I need you to color Andrew. Color Andrew. Andrew's got some real orangey red hair and he has a face. And over here are your blue freckles. Color those blue. Cut that part off and glue those blue freckles onto Andrew's face. I sent home a brand new glue stick with everybody. Cut out those blue circles right there and glue them on Andrew's face because Andrew gave himself the freckles he needed because he was going to have freckles one way or the other.
Sure. And that's how he said. Jeremy proudly at him. Miss Kelly, he said. I see, she said. We may sit down now. Let's get on with our learning work. At recess, Mickey Lane turned around and said, what I heard of blue freckles. Andrew declared. He scratched and cracked all day with his blue freckles. A couple of times Miss Kelly looked at him kind of funny, but she didn't say anything. Then at 2 o'clock, she called him to her and said, Andrew, Miss Kelly said, how would you like to use my secret for formula for removing freckles? Her voice was low, but not so low that the class wouldn't hear. For free. For free? Andrew asked. Oh, yes, Miss Kelly said. For free. Andrew scratched his head and thought it over. Miss Kelly took a small package out of her desk. She handed it to Andrew. Now you open this until you said to Andrew. Remember, it's a secret formula, okay? Okay, Andrew said. He walked to run to the boys' room, but he knew the rules. No running in the hall, so he walked as fast as he could. He couldn't wait to see what was in the package. Could there really be such a thing as freckle remover? As soon as he was inside the boys' room, he unwrapped the package. There was a note, and Andrew read it. It said, turn on water, wet magic freckle remover, and rub into face. If magic freckle remover does not work, first time, try again. 3 times should do the job. Miss Kelly. Ha! Ha! Miss Kelly knew. She knew all the time. She knew his freckles were blue freckles. Andrew, you know I think you're a very handsome boy with freckles. You do. Yes, I do, Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly. Nicky Lane called out, waving his hand and waving it all around. What is it, Nicky? Miss Kelly asked. Could you use my freckle remover? Could I? Miss Kelly, I hate my freckles. I hate every single one of them. Andrew continued. How could Nicky hate his freckles?
So Andrew Marcus has gone through all of this. Andrew Marcus has gone through all of this trouble to get freckles, only to find out that Nikki Lane doesn't want freckles at all. Oh my goodness.
So neat, Nicky, Miss Kelly said. Andrew was respected. But you look wonderful. I hate to see you without that. They're they're part of you. So I'm going to put away this matter formula. I hope you I hope I never have to use it again. Well, Andrew thought she'd never have to use it on him. He was through with freckles. When the class lined up to go home, Andrew heard Sharon whisper to Nicky, I know how to get rid of them. Get rid of what? Nicky asked. Your freckles. You do? Sure. The secret recipe for removing freckles has, has been in my family for years. How come none of us have any? I'll, I'll sell it to you for 50 cents. Then Sharon walked alongside Andrew before Andrew could say a word. Sharon made a super duper frosting just for him.
So we have finished our book. Is it not awesome that we read our first chapter book? I'm so excited for you guys. Now, you know what Miss Bland would love? Miss Bland would love for you to go back and read chapter 5 by yourself. You've heard it, and now I would love for you to read it and get it complete because you have work to do. First Friday page deals with your vocabulary words. Match the correct word to the correct definition. Choose 3 of your words to use in a sentence. Be sure to underline or circle the word inside the sentence. The beginning, middle, and end. It says explain how Andrew changed from the beginning of the story and provide to the end. Provide evidence to support. So think about how Andrew was at the beginning of the story. Tell me something he did. Tell me what page you found it on. That's a bonus. You don't have to do the page you found it on, but if you do, extra credit. And then tell me how he was at the end of the story. How did he change? And give me text evidence to how he changed. Page number, extra credit. And it says the thing. What is the main theme of Freckle Juice? What was this story really trying to make us see? Think about it. Andrew Marcus went through a lot of stuff to get freckles because he thought that's what he needed to be better. And he wanted them, which we call envy. He envied the freckles that Nikki Lane had, only to find out Nikki Lane didn't even like the freckles he had. So sometimes we just got to be happy with who we are. And it's okay to be different. That was a good answer. Go Miss Bland. Then, of course, you have your actual quiz. You will complete the vocabulary to fill in the missing word for the first 5. And then there are 2 comprehension questions. What is the theme of the story? What is this story mainly about? What are we learning from it? We just went over it. Hope you remember. And oh, I can't wait to read your answers for number 2. What advice should Andrew give to Nikki? Ooh, what advice should he give him? Understanding a character's actions. Why did Sharon offer to help Andrew by giving him the secret recipe? You'll put your answer in the box. What do you think? Why do you think she chose ingredients for freckle juice? Why do you think she chose that? Tell me what those ingredients were and tell me the directions he was supposed to follow. Then text to self. It says, in Freckle Juice, Andrew wishes he looked like Nikki Lane. Have you ever wanted to look like someone? Tell about it and explain why you felt that way. Who do you think you want to look like? I don't know. I don't know if Miss Blaine's ever wanted to look like somebody. I have to think about it. And then it says, make a list of 5 things you like most about yourself. There has to be 5 amazing things about you because I think you're amazing. So think of 5 amazing things about yourself. All right, for your math pages today, you are going to finish up some great math. I need these to be test grades. So, mom and dad, I need you to let them do it, even if it's not as perfect as you might want it to be. Because when they get here with me next week, true colors shine anyway. So, let's see what we're working with. You're going to take the equation that's given to you horizontally. You are going to turn it vertically and solve it the traditional way by showing me what happens when you model it. Can't wait to see these 4. On your second page, you guys get to cut because there's nothing on the back. So if you will cut out the pieces at the bottom, cut it all the way across, and then cut out your 4 squares. You need to find what the answer is to each one of these, and then what the answer is to each one of these. And it says solve the problems and paste the equal equations next to each other. Use a whiteboard or a separate piece of paper to solve. So you got to do the math for all 8 and then find the 2 that have the same answer and put them next to each other. Can't wait to see how wonderful you do. And the last page is your assessment. Make sure you do the break apart so that your first number ends in 0. Then you can model over on the side if you need to and give me an answer inside of the box. At the bottom, you will model and you will do it the traditional way here. For this one, I know it's turned horizontally. You're welcome to turn it vertically on your dry erase board or on a scrap piece of paper, or you can just do your model and then give me a correct answer. Your choice. But I want you to give this math everything you've got. So then there's Ruby Bridges. Ruby is your last page for today. And Miss Bland wants you to see what's going to happen. Inside of Seesaw, you have a Ruby Bridges activity. And it tells you about Ruby. It tells you why she's important. It tells you why she's famous. It tells you all kinds of great things about her. Miss Bland just had her paper. Now it's there. What you're going to do is take your Ruby Bridges paper and you're going to cut it so that you have the whole page, but these 3 boxes are able to be a flap. So, and I glued mine to a piece of yellow paper. You can glue yours to a piece of white paper. A piece of notebook paper can go behind it, whatever you have at home. And then you're going to cut it so that after you've read the Ruby Bridges in your Seesaw and done the work that's there for you, you can tell me something about her childhood. You're going to tell me the life event that she is so famous for. And at the bottom, tell about her important accomplishment. Why was what she did so important? It was super important to Miss Bland even. But why was it so important? Why was her bravery and what she did so amazing? So I didn't cut anything else. I would color Ruby. And then I'm just going to cut so that I have 3 open pieces. Everything else stayed the same. And I glued it to my paper so that I can write here and then close that flat back. So you could use notebook paper, so then you'd have lines. And I think I even sent a piece of notebook paper home, so that would be a great option for what you can use. You can just glue it to the back and be sure you cut open your squares. It fits right there. Can't wait to see if you find out why Ruby Bridges was so important. So, guys, if you have questions, office hours, that's Monday through Thursday. Today, I will be Zooming from 8:30 until 10 o'clock. You can jump onto our regular Zoom link. Let me know if you have a question about something you're not sure what to do. You want to make sure you're doing it right, whatever. I'm more than happy to answer your question. Miss Blaine is getting a COVID shot this afternoon. Well, not this afternoon, actually. Right after I get off of Zoom at 10 o'clock, I need to be leaving my house. So if you send me a message or want to talk after that, it'll need to be tomorrow afternoon. But you're welcome to send the message, and I promise I may be sitting in a really long line, so I'll answer as soon as I possibly can. But give me a little time in case it's something urgent. You might want to call because my messaging might not be the quickest response. And then I need you to make sure that your packet pages are complete, your Seesaw is complete, your Bailey special. I don't think you guys have, you have Miss Vestor's review thing on Friday. So check and make sure that's complete because you need your exit tickets for the week. Make sure you've done all the exit tickets for the week. And then, of course, if you have time, check out a cool Epic book. The Group B kids, they had some cool stuff going on with Epic this week. Now, the last things in your packet. This should be the only other thing you see in your packet. One of them, of course, I showed you Andrew Marcus. Make sure you color his freckles blue and glue them to his face. Bring it back with you. You have a word search for freckle juice. Make sure you complete it. And then you have a page that looks like this. Up at the top, I want you to draw a smiley face in number 1 and number 2. I want to know the 2 favorite parts that you loved about freckle juice. 2 favorite parts. Smiley face, 2 favorites. At the bottom, I want a sad face. It doesn't have to be sad. You could do the one with the little wiggle line. He's not really sad. They just weren't your favorites. And tell me 2 things that you would have done different or didn't like, or I would have changed this, or I would have told Sharon no, or I would have got my money back. Tell me how you felt about it. Tell me 2 things either you didn't like in the story or you would have changed in the story. And make sure you complete that. That should be everything in your bag. Now, put everything inside the bag and put the bag inside your book bag. And I'll see you on Monday. Cannot wait to see you. It will be very, very soon. And you'll have all that work for me. Make sure you got it in that book bag to turn in. Moms and dads, computers are not needed on Monday and Tuesday. If you just want to get them in the habit of sending them, you're welcome to, but they are needed every Wednesday and Thursday. But because of our teacher work day on Thursday, they will need computers on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'll try to remind you best I can. I'll send out dojo messages, but please have those computers with them on Tuesday and Wednesday. So guys, that's it. Finish your work, get all that freckle juice stuff done, put everything back in the big bag, put the bag in your book bag, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.